Good day and welcome back to another DBZ Dokkan video. In this video we're going to be taking a look at the third memorial battle, which is stage 4 versus Gohan and Piccolo. Now this one is pretty tough, I'm not going to lie, it's pretty rough and tough. You're going to have to use a very strong team. Gohan will hit a unit that has guard and 1.3 million defense for like 400k, and he can do like 2 supers in a turn. So I'm not entirely certain what the game plan was behind this, but yeah, basically, to cut a long story short, it is a toughie. Gohan has 4 phases, well, Gohan and Piccolo have 4 phases. The first phase is against physical Gohan, immune to stunning, immune to sealing, immune to attack lowering, defense lowering, and he can stun you. To be honest, this part is not so bad. He hits hard, but it's not anything that isn't manageable. So for the most part, you should be fine with a little bit of tweaking here or there, you know, to obviously kind of handle everything. Now, of course, on top of that, we do have to obviously deal with some other things. The next phase is TEQ Piccolo. TEQ Piccolo, also immune to stunning, also immune to sealing, also immune to attack lowering, also immune to defense lowering, can seal you, and can fire multiple supers in a turn. He hits, again, decently hard, but also not something that you're not able to handle. So at this point, you know, you're pretty good, I want to say. Everything up to TEQ Piccolo, I'd say, isn't anything, you know, too difficult. I think most players should be able to cope, should be able to survive, should be able to thrive. Now, where it starts to get a bit dicey is the third phase. So against AGL Piccolo. AGL Piccolo is immune to stunning, immune to sealing, immune to attack lowering, immune to defense lowering. He raises his attack and his defense, which is, you know, its own mission. And then he also can lock you in place, and he heals. And he heals a lot. He heals like 2% of his HP back, and he's very tanky. So, to be honest with you, Piccolo is pretty tough, but he's also an opportunity for you to stack. It sounds weird to say, but it's a great opportunity for you as a player to potentially stack your units and hopefully build up your units for the Beast Gohan phase, because the Beast Gohan phase is, it's tough. Like it's tough. It's not easy. It's not easy like for any team. It's especially hard for a couple other teams. So, like, what I would say is definitely, yeah, you're gonna need a strong team. You're gonna need multiple tanky units, and you're gonna need to be flexible with your rotations. I think it's definitely something you have to like be aware of. Now, aside from that, when you do get to the Beast Gohan phase, then, you know, he's pretty nuts. So he's immune to stunning, he's immune to sealing, he's immune to attack lowering, he's immune to defense lowering. He raises his attack, he raises his defense. He also lowers your defense, which is a bloody pain. And then he also has a countdown to a KO attack. And this KO attack does an obscene amount of damage. So on top of his already obscene supers, you have to kind of beat him in a certain period of time. You don't have the ability to take time to defeat him. So it's very, very, very hard to just sort of walk and complete all of this with ease. You need a lot, basically, to get the victory. And it is, unfortunately, quite a difficult, it's quite a difficult, like, stage, this. I think, obviously it is really quite challenging. And so I think a lot of players will need to, sort of bring their A game, but also are going to, unfortunately, have to come up with strategies. And one of the best ways I thought of taking it out was to deal with, essentially, playing it like how I am with the Majin Buu saga. So this is a double int good Buu, fat Buu, whichever way you want to call him. This is a double int fat Buu build. a couple reasons why. So double int Buu is very much probably one of the best defensive things you can do in the game. Double int Buu is really, honestly, probably one of the absolute best ways to deal with a ton of defensive insecurities in your team. Buu is amazing. He heals, he guards, he has revive, which we use, and when his revive actives, he becomes even more tanky, even more powerful, even better. And then on top of all of that, you actually have his active skill, and his active skill is what's going to be the most useful at this point in the fight. So his active skill, what it's going to enable us to do is it's going to enable us as a team to essentially eliminate a lot of Gohan's threat by just not letting him attack. Not only will it interrupt his normal attacks, but it actually will set back his countdown timer for his knockout attack. So this double Buu build has the added benefit of being incredibly powerful. And so, I think for me especially, this was one of the best ways I could find to deal with the concept of like how hard Gohan and everyone was hitting, because it was really tough. And so just not letting them attack was kind of the best solution realistically. Of course, just having int Buu isn't enough. We obviously have the full array of amazing Majin Buu Saga team. So we have, obviously we have the big Boos, we have physical Buuhan, we have TEQ Evil Buu, super important as well. We have, we have the strength Vegeta and Goku, also super important. So we have a lot of incredibly well-functioning units, and I think that's something that cannot be stated enough. It's not just a simple thing of taking, okay, you need to have this, you need to have that. It's about making sure that you're flexible with your positioning and how you run them. They need to be utilized in a way that is effective for your team and for your builds. So obviously choosing when to transform them, very important. I chose to transform Buuhan right at the end of the Piccolo phase, and I think that's the best place because you need him to build up a little bit. He has to have that turn against Piccolo to enter the Gohan phase at his peak. It's very hard to do damage to Gohan, especially as a physical unit. It is not easy. You need crits, and you have to defeat Gohan fast. So you need him to have the maximum amount of damage possible, basically, and that means you have to have him transform. Now, on top of that, though, of course, that's not just the only thing that we had to do here. Transforming a Vegeta was also something to consider. We didn't have to end up using it, which was good in a way, and then also bad in a lot of ways. But transforming Vegeta would be very good, of course. Of that I have no doubt. But, it's one of those situations where you do it or you don't. For me, Vegeta, amazing. Absolutely amazing as a unit. We didn't have to, fortunately, have him transform. But if we did, it would have been good. And he would have done a lot of damage. So if you can transform him, do. Don't feel the need to, hold back or not transform. There was no reason I didn't. It's just that the way the Buu's active skill and the heals work, we just missed out our window to transform him. You should be transforming him. Those crits, that ability to see super attacks, all of that stuff is very crucial towards basically just winning. So if we'd got Vegeta, I think we would have won a lot sooner as well. So honestly speaking, I think that's probably our biggest missed opportunity, just overall. So but all in all, the team did great. TEQ Gohan, also just letting him stack right up until this phase, transforming him against Beast Gohan. TEQ Gohan, Mystic Gohan, saving his active skill for Gohan as well. So lots of stuff, like lots of stuff that we had to make sure that we did really to get it done. It wasn't so easy, but to be honest with you, once we did get it done, then yeah, it was great. And I think it is a tough one. So yeah, lots of players will probably struggle with this stage. Don't think you are bad if you struggle with this stage. It is a very hard stage. So just because it's not a red zone or a blue zone or whatever, does not mean that it's not a hard stage. This is a toughie. So I do think, yeah, all in all, great victory, great team build. But the power of having overpowered Majin Buu Saga team does help a lot. Because Majin Buu Saga units are very strong. And I think overall are pretty powerful. So was very happy with that. But yeah, to be honest with you, the Majin Buu Saga team, probably one of the few teams really that can handle this event with relative ease, I want to say. Like, yes, of course, there were moments where we could have died, but realistically, the team just ran super smoothly. So a good run overall, and a nice event to finish up, and really challenging and fun. But yeah, that's going to be it for me. If you guys need any more help, let me know. Otherwise, I'll see you guys in the next one.